Hey everyone, so this video is actually just going to be covering one character, and that will be Alcrolyie. So Alcrolyie was the first girl character I created and started messing around and started developing. So in the beginning story, the first time I ever used her, and I've been trying to start the story the same way each time, is that Zebznin captures her, which actually in the first time I wrote the story, she's running away from the Borax. So she is running away through the forest and she trips, and the Borax are about to attack her and to take her hostage. And then Chad comes to her rescue in the first series part of the book that had the first edited. First rough draft, maybe? Yeah, the first rough draft that I ever wrote. So I was like, I really like this. I really like her continuing this. And then every time I would get finally past maybe chapter 2 or 3, I just found that I kept getting in a writer's block or a rut. So I was like, I gotta do something different. So this time I started it with the prologue as Zebznin already has her. And she's already in pretty bad shape. And then she calls out with magic to see if anyone will respond to her. And the first person who does respond is, of course, Chad, as we find out in chapter 1. So that's how Allie ended up in the dungeon this time. But the first probably 4 or 5 times I started writing the book, she actually was running away first and then gets rescued by Chad. So that's how I had them meet the first time. But this time I had it to where Chad would actually come rescue her. So then the Florence Nightingale kind of effect would take effect with Allie and falling in love with him. But I wanted their love story to develop a little bit more instead of like a, oh, I'm just dying in love with you type thing. I was like, well, I would still like them to kind of be affectionate toward each other because it would be kind of refreshing, but at the same time I just didn't want it to be overwhelming. So I haven't heard any feedback from that yet. I haven't heard anyone complain yet about their love story, but hopefully you guys all think it's as cute as I do. But so Allie, at first, when I first created her, she had the silver hair and blue eyes. And I was like, I really like this. Like, at least her eye color is my favorite color in the world. And I wanted her hair to be silver because I've always dreamt of doing my own hair that color, but I just don't have the patience to make it go that light. So I was like, no, I probably won't do it personally myself, but I can put on my character. So the blue eyes and the white hair stuck for a really long time. But then I was like, if I'm going to have her be the world's key, I want her to awaken and go from human to superhuman or non-human. And I was like, okay, so here we go. So instead I did her as looking more like I do with the brown hairs and the hazel eyes, and then when she awakens to be switched over. So that's how her appearance has kind of changed over time. And she used to be a lot younger than Chad was, but now she's not as much younger. They used to have an age difference of 16 and 21. And I was like, well, someone's going to see that as not a very good idea. So I just kind of made her a couple years older to 18 instead of 16. So she's now 18 and he's 21. So that way they didn't have as large of an age gap, and that no one would be like, oh, he's dating a minor. It's terrible. And I was like, I don't want that kind of feedback. So that's how Allie has developed into who she is now. And I hope you guys can continue watching or reading, in this case, reading the series, and there will be more character videos to come. Thanks!